What's going on, arcade nerds? Right now we are in my house next door. Yes, I ended up buying the house next door. It was really cheap house. It's a fixer-upper house. And so anyways, right now I'm using this house for additional storage for things that I can't fit in my current house, basically. But in the future, I plan to give this house to my kids, whoever moves out first or whatever. Now, so I had done a video for a while, and I'm kind of rusty. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know how to start a video. It's been so long. So I think of something to talk about in this video. Maybe we'll find something to do. Well, speaking of things to do, recently, I got this from Samuel Verlander. He has a YouTube channel, check it out. For my Star Trek captain's chair. See, I'm missing the piece of art right there, which he gave me. And he gave me new side art, which I ended up saving the original side art. But the back art needs replaced. It's pretty bad, so Samuel gave me some artwork. Excuse me. Excuse me again. So maybe we'll do that. I know I need to get some the art right here, which is missing. You know what? That's what I'll do. Let's talk about some games. Primal Rage. This is just in here because it's in here. I know my kids like this game, so it's in here. My kids come in this house all the time. We got a popcorn machine, and the kids, play Dungeons and Dragons and goofy stuff in here. And they come in here and they play games and stuff. But anyways, recently, hold on. Let's turn these things on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Oh, my back. Anyways, I remember playing Primal Rage. Somebody put the wrong buttons on this. That's before I got the machine. But I remember playing Primal Rage on the Sega Genesis when I was a kid. And that was pretty cool. But anyways, Star Wars Cockpit. A friend of mine by the name of Jeff contacted me and he says, "Hey, I'm going through your area. And I was wondering if you could fix the Star Wars cockpit for me." And I said, "Sure, yeah, okay, why not?" And he says, "And to sweeten the deal, I have two of them. You fix one, and then you can have the other." So I was like, "Okay, yes, absolutely." So me and my wife, by the way, we're missing the plexi right here. Me and my, you know what? I'm shutting that off. Well, for now, we'll leave it on. That's a little irritating. Anyway, so he says, if you can fix one, you can have the other. So he bought two machines. We got all the guts. Well, there's enough guts to build one, but the problem was the game board had problems. The monitor was dead. The power supply was dead. Harness was hacked. And so all the gears were in the yoke. Like every possible thing you could think of was messed up on this machine. So me and my wife, we stayed up till like 5 in the morning the next day. He ended up getting a hotel. And like 5 in the morning the next day, we had this thing running. Or we had his running, and he gave me the empty cockpit. And so this is mine. Thank you, Jeff. This whole ear was broken off, and the whole bottom foot of this cabinet was replaced. This was all water damaged. And we got the art from this old game. I think it was, yeah. Tail Gunner 2, that was an interesting thing. This was pieced together. This was pieced together over years of time. Someone posted online a Tail Gunner 2, and it had what was it? Time Pilot 84 in it. And they said, "Hey, that's a Tail Gunner cabinet. Oh my God, look!" And I paid someone, and they bought it for me and stored it for me. And they were coming my way at some point, and they brought it to me. I made a video, I made like 6 videos of this, of me restoring it and whatever. It's funny because online, someone posted a picture of this joystick. Yes, that joystick is supposed to just slouch over like that. It doesn't center itself in the middle. Anyways, so someone sent a picture of that joystick, and he says, I don't know what this is. Anybody want it? And I said, yeah, I'll take it. And so I bought it. I think I paid $20 for it. And I'm like, hey, look, Kelly, it's a Tailgunner 2 joystick. Look at that. What are the odds? And then years later, at an auction, someone sold all the guts inside a Tailgunner 2 cabinet at an auction. So I bought all that, got the cabinet. This was years in the making, putting that together. Red Baron cockpit. There's, I think, yeah, 500 of these were made. A friend of mine, John Anderson, he had a deal where he was going to buy several cabinets from one guy. I'm missing the mat. Maybe I could do that in this video. I bought new mat material. Anyways, this was in someone's basement since the 80s, and it's in excellent condition. I don't have much room, and the camera doesn't zoom very well. But this was in someone's basement since the 80s, and they remodeled the house. And this this machine could not go back up the stairs. So John had to dismantle his cabinet. And for a cockpit like that, that's usually not a good thing, okay? But they did such an excellent job. They cut it right. They cut the glue only all the way down, and sold it to me in pieces. And I put it back together, and you could never, ever, ever tell this was ever messed with in any way. Beautiful, beautiful, excellent condition. I'm just really happy to have it. It's running all original hardware. Oh, yeah, that's another cool story. Okay, so they wanted to look at it to see if they can get it working before they sell it to me, of course, so they can see if they can get more money. Well, they couldn't figure out how to get the power to work. No matter what they did, they couldn't get power, okay? So they ended up stealing a fuse from it, and when they stole the fuse, they put it in something else to get something else working, and sold it to me as is. Anyways, me and my wife, we got this, we assembled it, and we're right here in the other room, and we found out there's a switch right underneath the control panel, way deep, right there. Flip the switch, power happened. It was that dumb, right? So, so then I noticed, hey, look, the neck's glowing. Oh, the power supply was bad. So the power supply was bad, the neck was glowing, and so I replaced the power supply. I just had one handy. It's a plain old AR2. And I noticed there was a missing fuse. So I put the missing fuse in, the game fired right up. Really lucked out. All original boards and all that. We got this from Prince Arcades. This was converted to R-Type, or R-Type 2, or something like that. And we ended up peeling off the original sides. And underneath the side art, they are still the original side art, and it looks great. I am missing this because someone covered it up. I'll have to buy that. I believe this old game sells it. We put new buttons in, and Samuel Verlander, he gave me the correct sticker. I'm missing that sticker, so maybe I'll put that sticker on now. And of course, this piece of art has been ruined. Here's an Omega Race cabinet, cockpit. I probably paid too much for it, but at the time I had money in my pocket, and I thought this might be my only chance. So I bought that from an auction, and it was in bad condition. And me and Kelly got it working overnight. It was just the boards and stuff, but the harness and everything was pretty rough. It's all original harness, but I was debating on putting the upright harness in it just because it was so bad. But, oh, here's another. It's just plain old asteroids. I'm giving this to a friend of mine. He wanted a custom asteroids, and that's going there. Yeah, I love that music from Star Trek. But right here is the living room. Some random junk. Oh, this is a battle zone that I'm giving to Peter Hirschberg. Now, if you're not familiar with it, I made a circuit board. Me, Ralph, and Peter made a circuit board. Well, they did the software, I did the circuit board. And it's called Red Zone. It plays Battle Zone 1, Battlezone 2, and Red Baron on a Battlezone cabinet or on a Red Baron cabinet. Anyways, Peter was responsible for writing the Battlezone, the original Battlezone 2 before it was ported to this hardware. And as a thank you, this is a fully working Battlezone with the Red Zone kit inside it. I'm going to give that to Peter. And I have this sold already. I'm waiting for a guy to pick it up. Here's just another random junk room. Like I said, this house needs a little help, but I mean, geez, I got it for next to nothing. Let's say, I'll tell you this, I was able to pay the house off in 6 months, and I'm not rich. So, yes, this house was cheap. Just some random junk in here. Right over here is where I keep my wife. And and oh, this is what I was debating on doing in this video. Maybe we'll do that this video. I don't know. I think that this food fight years ago from Richie Knuckles. I was at his house, or his warehouse, and I said, "Man, I'm looking for a food fight. I have every single part, and except the cabinet." And so he gave me the cabinet, but some parts have been relocated and so on. So it's kind of a project. The entire cabinet's water damaged. Tried peeling off some stuff. It doesn't really. I'm not having it. So maybe we'll do that this video. I don't know. Here's just another junk room. Like I said, the house is a little beat. Alright, nothing really to talk about in here. It's more junk. So I guess you want to we could play some games or something. I feel like I want to start on this. I've been wanting to start on this. I bought everything, by the way. Everything I have. I bought new side art. That came from this old game?
Yes.
You did? Okay. I think so. And I got this. Did this come from this old game? Oh, no, wait. It was Phoenix.
Something came from Phoenix and something came from...
Okay. Either this came from Phoenix or that came from this old game or the other way around or who knows. I don't know. Yeah. Let me turn this stuff off. The noises are bothering me. Good old Rockola Armor Attack. Oh, I wanted this for years. Rockola had a license to make Armor Attack, and it's a completely different cabinet. It's not even the same cabinet. It's a completely different profile, and I always wanted it. The sound hardware is exactly the same electronically, but physically different. It's a completely different PCB. I don't know, if you're going to be a completionist, this is really cool, because now I can say I have both types of Armor Attack. And to those of you who may be saying, wait a minute, that's a Star Castle bezel. It's not a Star Castle bezel, as far as Rockola is concerned. Rockola Games, by the way, they rebranded the silk screen right here, Rockola. So this is how this Armor Attack came from the factory. Basically with a Star Castle bezel, but that's how it was. Alright, let me turn this off. Holy crap! I guess we'll go to the food fight. Okay. I just laid the cabinet down. My beautiful wife is looking for razor blades. We have razor blades somewhere. Now, this entire cabinet is water damaged. The entire cabinet, top to bottom, is swollen. So I'm going to have to belt sand this entire cabinet to get it back to the original shape. But before we belt sand, I'm going to rip off this art. Unfortunately, when the cabinet is all crumbly, bubbly like this, it's going to be difficult to rip off the art. Thank you, Kelly. So, see how this goes. Ooh, Kelly, this is coming out easier than I thought. Oh, but this side isn't necessarily water damage.
It's when you get down to the bottom where you might have the issue.
Yeah, the bottom is definitely worse than the top. sucks, but it's too far gone. There's already spots at the side that are missing. There's no saving this. Look at that, look at that. Whoop.
Yeah.
Where it's flat, it comes off easy, but where it bubbles, then it doesn't. So yeah, this area right here was somewhat flat, but really the entire cabinet's swollen. It's a good spot. What a shame. Well, I guess I can be thankful for this. If the cabinet wasn't in such bad condition, I wouldn't have had it. Wouldn't have been given to me.
Yep.
I'm getting impatient. The next step after we peel this off is to use the belt sander. And since this cabinet is already so swollen, I'm going to try my luck at jumping right to the belt sander. See how that goes. I'm liking that. We're getting somewhere a little quicker. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and hit the whole cabinet with a belt sander and see how that goes. Okay, so now the entire cabinet has been sanded with 36 grit. Now the whole cabinet is very rough. And you can see from the slight different coloration here, this is where the most of the swelling happened. This entire cabinet was bumpy. It was pretty swollen, but now all the swelling has been sanded down with that rough grit. But this here is a little rough, and you can see in this corner, so I can squeeze that. So that is going to need some help. I suppose I should take off the T-molding. It's just falling out. Okay, so I think I'm going to go over the entire cabinet now with some 80 grit. And I'm going to hand sand around the edges a little bit. And then I'm going to do some Bondo work here. Right now I'm gouging out all the soft spots. Leaving a tapered edge so the Bondo has lots of surface area to mount to. This is on the verge of me replacing wood even, but hey, Bondo can do some amazing things. Recording now? Okay, so I'm going to dump a little Bondo here. The body work isn't too bad on this cabinet. The entire cabinet had some swelling, but I mean, geez, oof, that's probably a little more than I wanted to Bondo, but that's okay. It's cheap. Well, no, it's not.
doesn't matter so much with using it for an arcade machine, but a lot of people will stir Bondo with a stick or something. But if you mix Bondo like this, there's no bubbles that get inside. But like I said, it doesn't matter so much with an arcade machine. It would matter more with auto body work. But if you're using Bondo for a car, you'd want to mix it this way. My 2 cents. You ever get an old roll of masking tape and it just will not tear properly? That's what I have right now. That's okay, we'll make it. Okay, it's good enough for there. Okay, so I'm just going to go around and find little spots. There's really only like 2-3 spots in this entire cabinet that actually need some filler on the edges. Kelly, can you get the camera? Like, here's a spot right here. See that little spot? Where else? There's another one. Here we go. I'll look around, but I'm pretty sure we already got it all. And that's it. Okay, it's hardening up now. Good enough. Okay, rest I can do by hand. Looks like I need a little bit more Bondo right here. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera.
That looks good to me. Any further shaping I'll do by hand.
Okay, let's talk about laminate. Now, for the longest time, I always said laminate looks like shit. And I would kind of scoff when I see people put laminate on their arcade machine. The reason why is because you got this, here's your wood, you got this big, thick laminate on the side, and it just looks terrible. You can't pass that off as original. But until recently, I thought that, and a friend of mine named Troy, he has a YouTube channel, by the way. He's a carpenter, and he does all kinds of cool stuff. He paints cars, and anyways, he's a really smart guy. I consider him a friend. He has a YouTube channel. Check it out. It's in the description. He taught me about thin laminate. There's a difference. There is such a thing as a thin laminate. And just as an example, I got this. A couple examples here. This is your standard countertop laminate. Okay, this is a sample piece. Now I bought some thin laminate. Here's a piece I broke off the corner. Okay, now here's my micrometer. If I measure this, what do we got? Oh, hold on. Why is that? Hold on, let me zero it out. Of course, right when I want to make the video, the thing doesn't work. Interesting. Maybe that's it. Okay. This is wrong. This is all screwed up. What the heck? Okay, off, on. There we go. 0.87 millimeters. And that is the standard laminate. So about 1 millimeter, right? Well, here's the thin laminate. 0.27 millimeters. Okay, so it's much thinner. This is like the thickness of like the side art sticker you're putting on your machine. It's literally that thin. And when you can put it on this thin, you can't tell it's there. Like, I dare you to find out that it's there. So I kind of have a sweet spot now in my mind for thin laminate. Because often whenever you see laminate, it's that thick stuff. It's like as thick as a dime, and it looks like crap. But this thin stuff, it's almost like you have 2 layers of side art on. So anyways, if you're not familiar with how to install laminate, which is what I'm going to do with this cabinet, I'll tell you what to do. You get this stuff. Wellwood contact cement. Okay, now you can get that at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. What you want to do is you want to get a roller like this and roll it on the cabinet, in the entire cover it. Cover everything. You know what I'm talking about. Stop one of my words. Anyways, get the entire cabinet wet, coat it, and get your laminate wet, coat it down. Okay, and wait till it gets tacky, and then put the entire laminate on and push it down. So anyways, let me bring the laminate in the video here, frame here. Now, Kelly, where did we get this laminate?
It was online. I think it's cabinetmakers.com or something like that.
Okay. Oh, by the way, the thin laminate is also called vertical laminate. Okay, so in other words, if you were going to, yeah, there's quite a bit here. It comes in a giant roll, humongous roll delivered to your door. I think it's like $50 a sheet. You might find it cheaper in other places. It's also called vertical laminate. And anyway, so it's not meant for countertops. It's a thinner material. It's meant to be applied vertically. So anyways, but in our situation, we're going to go ahead and put it on here. And I guess let's get started. So Kelly has already dusted this off for me. And I think what I'm going to do, Kelly, you know what we should probably do first? I'm going to do the laminate first. And then I'm going to do the cabinet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to get this wet with the adhesive. Go ahead. Let's get get it all the way to the edge here so we get an idea of where to put it. Okay, so that one, what's it look like in the camera? Camera's kind of zoomed in. It's a little better. Okay. So what I'm going to do is apply this adhesive over the entire cabinet and then apply it on the wood cabinet. And when both sides start to look dry, that's when we know it's time to put it on. Alright, so I'm going to shut the camera off right now. We're going to go ahead and apply this to the entire thing. Nice thin coat. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera over here, and you can see that we have this laminate coated in the contact cement. Now we're going to coat this in the contact cement. Obviously, as best as you can, you do not want to get any particles, anything contaminants in this, because you'll have a bump when you put laminate on, of course. If at any time you apply side art or laminate or anything like that, and you do end up having a bump under it, and you're past the point of no return, in other words, you're not able to pull the laminate back up or pull your side art back up, I'll tell you a trick. Get a pinball and put it over that bump and tap that bump through the pinball, tap the pinball with a hammer. And it'll smash just that one little tiny piece of contaminant. And it's a good way to save side art if you have something stuck. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat this thing, and we're going to wait till both sides of the cabinet start to lose some of that gloss. Right now, as this goes on wet, it's kind of glossy, right? Well, as it dries, some of the gloss will go away. Okay, I think we're just about ready. Okay, I'm ready when you are, Kelly. Flip this over. Try and match that somewhat. You bring it to me as close as possible.
Okay, come towards me more because I got the top.
Okay.
And right about there should be good.
Okay. Good. Let it down. Okay, hold on.
This is easy.
Wish I'd have known it was good before we put it down. Take your time. This is like worst case right now. Ooh. How far off was it?
Not too far
Like
off.
a millimeter?
Yeah, something like that.
Lay it down.
Alright.
We'll just have to bondo it.
Didn't want to do that.
Yep, that sucks. That's okay. We can bondo that. Yeah, so let me show the camera what we did. Once this stuff goes down, it's down. Now, can you see what we did? We screwed up. A little bit of spot right there. We could have picked it up and tried to restick it, but at this point, this stuff is very, very brittle. So, I'm just going to have to bondo that one little section. Okay, so we're going to push this down. Then I'm going to use the router. Oh, my camera stand's moving. We're going to push this down, and then we're going to use the router, and then we'll, yeah. Well, I played around a little bit. Seems like my switch is failing. So if I switch it really slow.
Oh, always go counterclockwise. Don't know if that was captured or not.
Good enough. Okay, we took a lot of time and we compared it to pictures online. And I'm pretty sure we're good to go. So I'm going to do the dry method Although we could go with the wet method. I'm going to go with the dry. We'll see how that goes. I could always swap it and change it to the wet method afterwards, if need be. I'm a little concerned because this is a really thin vinyl, and you can see when they put the ink down that it warped the vinyl. So the vinyl is not flat. It has warped pockets right out of the box. So it's not the end of the world, but I was hoping for a flatter print, if that makes sense. And I'm sure there's, I don't know, maybe there's nothing they can do about it. Just the nature of silk screening stuff. But just outside the camera's view right now, I'm trying to separate the vinyl and the paper. This is a super thin vinyl. That is like the thinnest I've ever seen. Did that just move?
No.
Okay.
No, we're good.
Make sure you got some weight on there.
Yep.
That's why I keep my wife around, so she can put her weight down. All right. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but I just peeled some back, and I'm cutting the backer with a razor blade. Okay, keep holding. I'm going to try to direct the camera. I don't think it can see.
No, they're probably looking at my hands.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do something like that. That's what we're doing. This is the thinnest vinyl I've ever seen that's been silk screened. This is crazy. It's see-through. Okay, a little bit of not straight going on there. Okay, Kelly, can you come over here and hold this?
Yep.
While I give it the rub down, I guess. Hold it even. This is some very thin stuff. I've never seen it so thin. No, that's also tight.
Right.
There we go. Okay, that went down very nice. Very happy with that. 0 bubbles. I think we'll be okay with the dry method here. Okay, beautiful. So, let's pick this up over here. Hand it to me if you would. Trying not to be in the way of the camera. Careful, because
Yeah, I know.
the vinyl could pinch.
I'm trying not to do that.
Okay. Peel this back. Okay, stand over here and hold this if you would. Okay, we're going back some. Pull it back, please. Pull it back. There you go. Let me go around here.
Corners different there.
What's that?
Yeah, you got it.
Wish you could pull back more. Oh, never mind. We're getting it. Okay. Hold it high. Okay, I'm just going to get in here and rub it down. Got a little bubbles, but they came out, thank God. Can you, yeah, here, I'll hold it this way. Okay, yeah, hold it nice and taut, way over there. Now, that's making me feel better.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you just dropped it. So pick it up now, it's bubbled. Yeah, try not to drop it. All right. Okay, hold too taut.
Okay. You loosen a little bit.
There we go. You can keep it that way.
Okay.
Too tight. There we go. We're going down now. Going down nice. We got one little bubble. Oh, that's not a bubble. That's a speck of dust.
Yeah.
2 of them. How the hell?
Who knows?
Oh, 2 specks of dust. Okay, now pull this back. Keep the top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me look at the camera, see if we're pointing up to it. Yeah, we're still doing there. Damn it, 2 specks of dust. We dusted the hell out of this before we started. There's always something. Always.
Could have been on this when we pulled it out.
Yeah. Yeah, this has a smudge on it right here.
I see that. Looks like it's the green ink kind of that's stuck on there.
Okay. I've been sanding, and I am dirty from sanding. I cannot wait to take a bath. Okay, good, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me check the camera again.
Mm-hmm.
Holding it pretty tight.
Okay.
You're holding it really, really tight. Can you not hold it so tight? Go. You're not holding it so, you're done. You're not loosening any. There we go, that's a little better. Okay, I have Kelly holding the camera here. You can see there's a speck of dust right there. Can you see it in the camera, Kelly?
Yeah, it's like a shiny dot.
Normally, well, if you notice it on the fly, sometimes you can peel it back up and pick it out with your fingernail. But in this situation, it was too late, so it's buried under there, so we can't get it. And normally, I'll use a pinball, and I'll put a pinball on top of that little spot, and I'll tap the pinball with a hammer. But I don't have a pinball handy, so I'm going to try this with a socket. See if I can get it. See if I move it just right. Okay, can you still see the end?
Nope, your hand's in the way.
Oh, hold on, I need to. If you move it, you can feel it. You can feel the socket pick up right where it picks up. I'm going to tap the hammer. Ooh, it's halfway gone now.
And definitely smaller speck.
Ooh, it's even smaller.
I can't even see it now on here.
I can just feel it. And it's damn near gone. Ooh, there's a little spot. See if I can get it. Either way, it's way smaller than before. Okay, it's pretty much gone. Can you see it in the camera now?
I can't see it anymore.
Okay, over here. Where was it? There's another spot.
Let me
There's
see.
2 specks. Ah, here it is. I feel it. Can you see that with the camera?
Hold on, get your finger on me.
Right there.
I cannot see it. Oh, wait.
I think you're too close. You're literally 2 inches
I
away.
know. I'm just trying to catch the light.
Anyways, I'm going to try to get it too.
it.
Move it till I feel it raise up. There we go. Oh, instantly gone. Gone. Okay. So, I think that just pushes it into the wood normally. But in this situation, since we're using that laminate, it just probably flattened it out some. Okay, so, somewhere I have a razor blade. Now, here's a few thoughts. Something I've always kind of wondered. There's 2 different methods you could do right now. We need to trim all around the edge of this cabinet, right? Well, I've done both methods. What you could do is you could heat up the vinyl with a heat gun and fold it down and push it in, and then stick your razor blade into the T-molding groove all the way around the cabinet. So now when the T-molding goes in, it will pull it tight and whatever. Or you could get a razor blade, and since we have a really sharp edge, if you don't have a sharp edge, I wouldn't suggest doing this. But since we have a really sharp edge with this laminate, we could get the razor blade and guide it all over the edge and just cut her out. But here's one thing I wonder about. Often, over the years, vinyl will shrink. And I always wonder, well, if I'm going to cut it flush at the edge, is it going to shrink? For example, have you ever seen Omega Ray's side art? The sticker shrinks 1/4 inch all the way around over the last 40 years. So 40 years from now, is this going to look like crap too? I don't know. But I know what I'm going to do today. We're going to cut it on the edge. Unless you want to do the wrap method, Kelly.
I don't know. Like, cut it.
Okay. And if you don't have clean edges, don't you dare do it on the edge because it'll look like shit. You got to have really nice edges. If you don't have clean edges and you decide to put your side art on anyways, I suggest doing the wrap method because it'll hide some of your imperfections. That's just my 2 cents. I'm not the big expert here. That's just my method. I can come back and clean the rounded edges a little bit later. Just wanted to show real quick what it looks like with the thin laminate. Very thin indeed. And this is that sample piece of laminate. Big difference. See, this you could tell. This just looks like side art. Okay, the SD card is out of space on the camera, so I'm using the phone. I suspect the phone has better quality anyways. Oh, never buy a Vivitar. This was a $100 camera, and it is a piece of shit. It was the easy way out. I bought a Sony Handycam, and that's what I used for like 7 years. And it wasn't the best, but I thought, well, hey, that's like 7 years newer, and it's a cheap $100 camera. It's probably just as good. Nope, it's not just as good. I need to pick up a nice camera. Anyway, so let's take a look at the artwork here. If I can try to find the spot where I get the reflection, because the reflection tells the truth. You know what I mean? But the camera is the lights are right above my head, so it's hard to get a good you know. Here, let me sit down. We'll get real low. There you can see some reflection. Looks great. Looks better than it would if it was new. Beautiful. Well, I guess that's it. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to do a video series. I might, but I don't know. So what I may end up doing is, I'm going to end the video. What I may end up doing is doing the other side off camera, because you guys seen one side, right? Do you need to see both? Do you want to see both? And, you know, I picked up everything brand new. I have a new harness. I have power bricks. I hope I have power bricks. Well, you know, maybe the harness won't fit the power bricks we have, or maybe it will, or maybe it won't. I don't know. So, over here is the control panel. I did this control panel a year or two ago. I made a video. It's on the YouTube channel. And been waiting for this project. So that's that. See you guys next time. Hey, please subscribe. And thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.